Hello again. Thank you for joining me for another plan with me. For this week, this will be the last week that you will be seeing the lighting change. So thank you for bearing with me through those. I just really wanted to have some planning time while we were on holiday. So thank you for bearing with the light change. So I'm using a kit called Tan Lines from Sadies Stickers, and it is super cute. And even though only 2 of the days from this week were considered holiday days, I really wanted to kind of continue the holiday kits because I just thought it was really fun to do that. You will see that I went a little bit overboard on the dividers as headers situation. So again, you'll see it in a minute, but I really struggled because I wanted to do something to make it interesting and to make it fun and to make it summery. So I pulled in some really cute tiny dividers, like really dainty dividers from Letters to Apollo. I put them in the sidebar and then I put them all along the top of the date covers, and I thought they looked really cute. And then for some reason I had an epiphany and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do something crazy under the date covers, and I'm going to put alternating headers and scalloped headers down, because that will just look so much fun. I shouldn't have done. It was a mistake. I cannot take it back. I don't know what came over me, because I would never do something like that. I barely use headers, let alone doing some kind of funky alternation. So that's where I should have known things were about to go wrong. And you know, when there comes a point, like they say, when you're about to walk out the door, take off the last piece of jewellery that you put on, because then you'll have the perfect amount of jewellery. This is the sort of thing where I didn't know where to stop with the foil. So you'll see me here doing this, not thinking about the colour placement. So you'll see me move around the scalloped headers. I actually moved them around 3 times. I can't remember if I've shown that or if I've just shown me moving them twice, because I did it all wrong, because I didn't pay any attention. I just thought, oh, that's a nice idea. And I lived to regret that. Yeah, I really wish I hadn't done that, but hey ho, here we are. Spread still looks lovely. So then I was kind of in a place where I felt like those scalloped ones needed a line of foil on. So then you've got this weird, the line of foil on those is higher than the line of foil below. I didn't realise that I'd added the Letters to Apollo skinny divider things after the fact, because they would have looked really nice had I just done those on their own. But you live, you learn. It is what it is. But that was my first mistake. So yeah, second mistake was the overfoiling. So I laid down all of the full boxes, which are gorgeous. The colours in this kit are beautiful. And all of the clip art and everything is done really tastefully. But for some reason, again, no idea what came over me, I decided to pull in a completely different style of header, I believe from Honey Inked. They're really pretty, really pretty. They're not headers, sorry, they're dividers. It's just like a row of flowers. But unfortunately, because that's the Letters to Apollo style, you can see it, I've just put it in the sidebar there. Because the Letters to Apollo ones are so dainty and delicate, the ones that I put above each of the full boxes accidentally look really heavy and just kind of throw off the balance of the spread. But I mean, if you've ever used clear stickers and put them down on top of other stickers, you know you're going to ruin the sticker underneath. So once I had made the mistake of putting them down on the full boxes, I couldn't very well take them off, because I would have pulled up half of the full box with it. So I was stuck with that terrible decision that I made. But anyway, sorry, going into much more a positive thing is the weekly plans themselves. It's actually currently this week, so this voiceover will cover up to I want to say Friday, and then I'll have to pick up the rest when the rest of the spread is complete. But I'm just kind of on a voiceover, what would you call it? Continuous I don't even know what I would call that. Like, I'm trying to do a mass amount of voiceovers in one go, so I cannot think of the word. Anyway, so on the... Oh, here you go. You can see me laying them down. It just looks so heavy. Oh my gosh, I put them on last. What was I thinking? Do you know, it's so funny watching this stuff back, because in the moment I can imagine I was like, oh, you know what, it just needs a little bit more. It just needs a little something else. And then you can't take it back. It's so annoying. I'm so annoyed with myself. But yeah, jumping into the plans. So on Monday, it was still a full proper holiday day. So we did the bird feeding again. We snorkeled behind the villa and went a bit further out. And it was amazing, actually. We saw some stingrays. We saw an eel. It was pretty awesome. And obviously beautiful, beautiful fish. And then we did some paddleboarding, which was actually quite terrifying. You need a lot of strength to paddleboard, and I am not a strong person. So Lewis actually got quite stressed at one point and was sort of anxiously paddling out, and, you know, put his serious voice on and was saying, "You're about to be swept out to sea. Can you please summon some inner strength and bring it all out now to paddle away from what's happening?" So it was not a particularly enjoyable experience for either of us. For me, just because it was way more effort than it was worth, and for him because it was really stressful, because he basically had to come and rescue me and escort me back to shore and make sure that I did not get swept out to sea. Then that night they did a barbecue night, and I just wanted to mark it, even though we had it the week before as well. I just wanted to mark it as a memory, really, just because it was incredible. Everything was fresh and you could choose what you wanted, and they'd literally barbecue it right in front of you. It was amazing. So yeah, I wanted to mark that, and then we just had a nice little moment to round off the evening, just kind of slow dancing on the patio outside the villa, and it was incredibly romantic, and it was just wonderful. It was a really, really wonderful end to the holiday. That whole day, you know, paddleboarding was a fun experience. I wouldn't do it again, but the whole day was just wonderful. So then we were up super early in the morning on Tuesday to check out, and I mean super early. I think our alarms were set for 5 a.m. Then again, the hotel do everything for you. So they had breakfast ready, they collect your luggage. You don't see your luggage again until you're at the airport. Like the big airport, they get everything quietly onto boats and seaplanes and things, and you don't have to lift a finger. It's amazing. So again, we had to go on a boat to literally just a like floating, it was tiny, like a floating dock just in the middle of the sea. A tiny little thing that you just step on to that to then step on the seaplane. I've never seen anything like it. It's just out in the middle of the ocean, and the seaplane anchors to it, and you get off the boat and straight onto the seaplane. It was quite amazing. So we got that back to the airport, and then the flight home was slightly longer than the flight there, so I just marked that. Both flights were super duper smooth. It's the least stressed I've been about flying for many, many years. I really don't enjoy flying. So that was nice that it wasn't a stressful experience, and Lewis didn't have a sobbing mess on his hands for the flight, so he was relieved as well. And then we drove home from the airport and just stopped at Marks and Spencer's to grab something to eat on the way home. So then I had deliberately booked Wednesday off because I was anticipating that I'd be exhausted from the stress I'd had from flying. Lewis went back to work this day, but I had already taken the day off, so that was a relief. I'm just marking at the top there that one of my really close friends, she didn't announce, but she had told a select few friends that she was expecting, so I was just marking that she told us that day. And it's so exciting. It was just wonderful news. They've wanted to start a family for a while, so that was really exciting to have that news. Then I just moved some things around there just to mark that I went and met one of my work friends for lunch. She just got a promotion and she wanted to hear all about the holiday, and I wanted to hear all about that, so we had a really nice catch up for lunch. And then I did some filming in the afternoon, and then had a counselling session, and then we watched some more Schitt's Creek, which for those of you who watch have watched my plan with me is, that's no surprise, I'm obsessed with Schitt's Creek at the moment. So then on Thursday, that was when I went back to work, and it was exhausting. Jet lag has not sat well with me at all. I am so tired, and I'm really struggling to settle back into a normal sleep schedule. I'm up really early. I'm really tired in the afternoon, so it's not very fun at the moment. But I'm just marking there that I went over to one of my colleagues just to have a glass of wine because we had a work social that night, so she invited me over for a drink before we went down, and then we met some more of our colleagues and we did an escape room, and it was so much fun. We worked really well as a team. We got out with like 5 minutes to spare, and it's very easy to overthink things in an escape room, so if we had thought much more simply about things, I think we would have done it quicker. But we did get out, so that was a big relief because all of us were quite stressed that wasn't going to happen. And then on the way back to the car, we just stopped to get some gelato, and it was delicious. This ice cream icon that I'm putting down here, I need a full sheet of those. I'm obsessed. I can't see a full sheet in her shop at the moment, but if she does release a full sheet, I am buying them in every single foil colour. So then on Friday, again, I'm just marking that I was tired. I had a bubble bath after work and it was lovely. One of my colleagues unfortunately tested positive for COVID on Friday, and we had shared a car. So I was just marking that down. We have had to take a few tests to make sure everything is safe, and so far so good, but you never know, so it's always better to sort of continually test every day for a few days once someone that you come in contact with has got a positive test. And she's very stressed and upset by the whole ordeal, so lots of kind of reassurance that she's not ruined everything for the whole office, but she's been really safe with COVID, so it was quite a surprise that she would have been exposed to it, really. But you know, that's how it works. You can be as safe as you can, but you never know. So that's what I'm marking there. Then I really wanted to use that jug of juice or lemonade or whatever it is, so I just marked some meal prep with that. That was from the Crafts by Thaowie summer sheet. I just really wanted an excuse to use it. And then I'm just marking that we went to the cinema. For some reason I used a TV. I always use the Crafts by Thaowie movie icons, but for some reason I used a Wright Stationery TV for this one. We went to see Ghostbusters Afterlife. It was okay. I wouldn't give it massively huge reviews, but if you follow the series, I guess it might be something that you're interested in. Then on Saturday, we just did some shopping for some more Christmas decorations, and that was really nice. I got a McDonald's, which I haven't had in forever because I've been trying to do the weight loss, which has sort of come to a stall lately, so we're going to be going at it quite hard from Monday onwards. So we just thought we'd go and have kind of a final naughty meal and then take it from there, and then just watch Strictly Come Dancing in the evening, and had a lot of planner time. The lovely ladies Lauren, Rachel and Tay all did a episode of Plans Change together, and that was such a delight to be able to watch live. I never get to watch those live because they usually happen around midnight in the UK, but this one happened at about 5 p.m, so I was able to catch the whole thing, and it was wonderful. And I planned along and kind of filmed some of the putting stickers in the planner bits while they were going, and it was really good fun. You'll have to excuse me, I've changed location, so sorry if I sound a bit strange. I also feel like I'm losing my voice, so you'll have to excuse that. I do apologise. So yeah, I was just saying that the Plans Change type episode with the ladies was really, really good fun, and everyone was kind of joining in, and a few people were planning along, and it was just a really, really fun way to spend a Saturday afternoon. It was so nice to be able to actually sit there and be present for one, because they usually happen when it's midnight in the UK, so I can't really listen to more than a few minutes. But this one was at 10 in the morning, and that was lush. So yeah, I'm so glad that I caught that. Thank you guys for doing those episodes. It's really good fun. So then on Sunday, I'm just marking that I went to see a friend. She just got back from Kenya, and we went out for pizza, and that was
lush. It was a really, really nice Sunday, and then I just slept pretty much all evening. I, as I mentioned before, get very, very tired and very exhausted. So, it was really, really lovely week. I love the kit. I love the way it's all come together. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you much for joining me, and I will catch you in the next one.